They say hard work pays off, and that sweat and blood alone move the wheels of history. And today, we are here to prove that fact. Today is part 2 of 2 in our series to make the biggest brain human ever to grace the planet Earth. And how will we be doing that exactly? Well, by absolutely demolishing smaller nations with our massive army and huge gold surplus. If you missed episode 1 and want to take a look, it's on the channel as we speak. And just so you remember, we're going to be using the acronym WHEAT. It stood for Wealth, Hereditary Traits, Education, Artifacts, and Territories.
Wow.
We worked really hard and were incredibly diligent to build tall. We managed our hereditary traits by making sure we had geniuses. We explained how education works and invested in our child's education.
Knowledge.
We got some artifacts increasing our learning lifestyle experience. And today, our hard work pays off. We use all of that, grab special territory by force, and become the smartest human to ever live. Hello, Ottawans and Ottawans from around the globe. So now that that's taken care of, let's actually use our massive amount of gold and troops to start killing. England over here looks pretty weak. They only have about 5,000 guys. Their allies look kind of weak. I think we can take them. And I've already fabricated a claim down here. So this county right here has a special building, Stonehenge. It provides +2 learning and boosts our monthly learning lifestyle experience.
Knowledge.
And we'll see bigger gains in this later on, but this is a great start. So really, this is the first piece of strategic territory we need to pick up. Okay, and easy as you like, I just took holdings all the way and made my way to the target of our war and took that. From that, we get a 100% war score and we can go ahead and enforce our demands. So we have one of our at least 5 special holdings we want to pick up. So early on, I went down the stewardship focus and got golden obligations and it is my domain. So that lets me demand payment for hooks I have on people, as well as extort my subjects once every 5 years. And this has pretty much allowed me to max out all of the buildings and get to 28 gold per month. I know, I'm a greedy bastard.
I like money.
Now, the other thing I've been doing is leasing out some cities to the Holy Orders, and they'll pay you big bucks just to take hold of your cities for a little bit. But the other major thing I've been doing is going over to my buddy the Pope here and asking him for some money.
Please, sir, I want some more.
You'll see he won't give me any right now because I'm extremely wealthy. You know what they say, more money, more problems. But normally he'd give me about 680 gold, which buys a few buildings if I'm being honest. And I'm gonna just chug all my gold into maxing out my court amenities. So this will wind up costing me 369 per month. Now I also been being a little cheeky in my off time. I've been fabricating a claim on the Byzantine Empire. And if you take a look at my claims, I've got this one right here on the county of Constantinople. Or is it Istanbul? The North American geography.
It's just like over here somewhere. And then like, there's Ukraine. That's why I'm like low-key confused.
I basically only know the map of the rest of the world through playing CK3.
You're pathetic.
So not only is this a holy site for the Orthodox, but it has a special building, the Hagia Sophia. Now for the holder, this gives a +2 learning and a massive boost to your intrigue. It also has the Theodosian walls, which increases our holding taxes by 300% and our development by 20%. And this holding's actually just pretty sick on its own too. It generates 13.68 gold.
Wow.
And if you take a look, all these slots aren't even maxed out. This is literally a game-changing holding for me, and I've got a game-changing strategy for you too. By hitting like and subscribe on this video, you'll be able to tell all your buddies you were subscribed below 20k.
Yeah.
So he's got about 8,000 guys, we've got about 10,000, so I think we're gonna win this. Okay, so total with his allies and our allies, I think we outweigh him. So let's throw her in 4 here and just get her going, eh? And of course, he calls in his allies, and it's up to 1,400 instead of 1,200. Okay, just to be sure, I'm gonna buy some mercenaries. Probably the expensive kind. Oh, here we go, the first big battle. Oh no! Oh, my allies just saved my ass right there. All right, here we go for round 2. It's gonna be tight. The allies come in clutch again. Thank God. Okay, I took the capital. I'm letting my boys resupply. And here they come with 9k dudes. Oh, and we clap them up. And that puts us at 100%. That's sick, dude. So what I'm going to do is just enforce that. Beautiful. Now, because the development's so high, the first thing I'm going to do is try and get my steward to convert this to our culture. Ooh, okay, I just noticed this. For this to take effect, your faith must consider this a holy site.
Bruh. Wake up.
That's a bit rough.
Wake up.
Maybe we'll change
Wake up.
in the future. I was thinking maybe I can start hosting some exotic feasts and things like that to increase my prestige, and maybe before I die, I'll be able to save enough to reform the big brain culture. Okay, so we've just hit 7,001 prestige, which is exactly enough for a new tradition. Now, under the social traditions, there's this one, which is the philosopher culture. It increases your learning per level of fame and monthly learning lifestyle experience.
Wow.
I have fabricated a claim down here in Asturias because I know for a fact that there's another university down here, or potential for another university down here. So I'm going to declare war on them and develop it so we can build our university and increase our learning. All right, and after taking a ton of territory, we can finally enforce the demands here. Perfect. And this duchy is now ours, which is great news because we can start developing this area. Oh, okay, so we have died, no big deal. So I'm actually considering doing something incredibly cheeky. I'm considering moving my capital right over here. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I have the ability to develop my capital, essentially taking some stress, but trading that for an increase to our development. So I'm going to do that and really try and max out the development in this county as quickly as I possibly can. I'm going to try and take this territory with minimal to no development.
Are you fucking dumb?
And max it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. After 4 daughters, we finally have a son. Perfect, let's take a look. Oh, he's a genius. So with all our boosted development, we're gaining 6.7 per month, which is actually insane for like not cheesing the game in any way. And you gotta love it because in one life, we've been able to get it from 6 to 19. Our development's so high, it's only taking about 8 years to research each of these texts, which is pretty good.
Impressive.
So we've just been reinvesting in our counties, and we're making 66.3 per month. If you take a look at my dude and take a look, he's at 57 learning. And all I had to do for this was make sure he had the genius trait, educate him properly, and send him right down all those learning lifestyle trees. Not only that, but we've saved up 6,000 piety. So now it's time, I think, we make some money moves.
My money don't jiggle jiggle, it folds. I like to see you wiggle wiggle, for sure.
First thing is first, I'm going to convert religions. The reason I'm doing that is because I've pretty much sucked all the money I could out of the Pope. Okay, sucked and Pope shouldn't be in the same sentence. So the reason I'm doing that is because I've pretty much gotten all the money I can out of the Pope, and we're currently sitting at 14,000 gold, so he's not going to give me any more. The second reason is because if you take a look at Orthodoxy here, we hold the Hagia Sophia Cathedral. Not only that, but these Orthodox also have another holy site, specifically Alexandria. Just you wait until we get this, our learning is going to go through the roof.
Come on. Think.
So let's convert religion, and this will cost us only 250 piety because we have so many bonuses like the apostate bonus, for example, and malleable invaders. All right, and now that we've converted to Orthodoxy, we can go ahead and create a new Christian faith with the remaining piety we have. So for this one, I'm going to pick up Alexandrian Catechism that increases your learning lifestyle experience by 20%, esotericism, and finally, communion, so that people can seek indulgences from their head of faith. When we talk about our main doctrines, I'm going to grab lay clergy so that I can hold our temples as holdings. We're always going to be allowing divorce, and of course, it wouldn't be CK3 if we weren't allowing unrestricted marriage.
Bruh.
Now, if there's one group in all of society known for how intelligent they are, it's the Redditors. Okay, so now we're a big-brained Redditor. That's pretty good. We've died and we're playing as our son, a new John. Let's break this betrothal off and let's find us a good wife. All right, our sister looks pretty good. She's 16 and she's a genius, so that sounds about right.
What are you doing, step bro?
So I've moved my realm capital right over here so that we can increase the development we're getting in this holding. Actually, look at the map, bro. Anywhere we are, the development is crazy high and everywhere else is piss poor. That's so funny. So in the meantime, we were also able to pick up the trebuchet and men-at-arms technology, which is great. It allows us to have not only more men-at-arms, but larger men-at-arms. We are going to have the most elite army around.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Now I have my eyes on the Arabian Empire here, and it looks like this little kid is in a bunch of wars and losing them all. It's perfect because I've already fabricated a claim. All I'm going to do is declare war with my 18,000 troops, and I'm going to march them right onto Alexandria. All right, and after taking a ton of territory and not a single battle, we can enforce our demands here for Alexandria, and we'll disband all. Now, although it's not listed here, if you're Orthodox, hold Alexandria, and have the Grand Cathedral built, you get 2 learning per level of fame. All right, so we've hit exalted among men in terms of our fame, and now we have the decision to found the university. Specifically here in Cambridgeshire, we've got 40 development. So let's lay the foundation. Let's come over here, build this special building, and you can see when we build this university, our learning per level of fame is going to increase by 1. So exalted among men is the 4th out of 5 levels of fame, plus 4 learning just from this one building. And when you also consider the fact that you can have your kids educated in these universities and they turn out fantastic, this is an overpowered strategy. While we wait for that to build, I think I'm going to declare war specifically for this county here of Oxfordshire. You guessed it, there's another university there. So the development of Cambridgeshire is really good and it's impacting all the counties around it. Oxfordshire here is already at 24. Okay, easy as you like, we scoop up Oxford. And if we take a look at our learning, we're up to 67 learning. Now, I got my eye on another piece of special territory down here in the Arabian Empire. Take a look right in here, you have Baghdad. Now, this holding right here is special because there is the House of Wisdom, a special building that gives, you guessed it, +2 learning per level of fame. So I think it's time we declare war on them and we go for our claims. All right, and we've grabbed all the holdings slowly and surely. Oh, and there we go. We got a 100% war score. It just ticks over. Beautiful. Perfect. So now we're at 80 learning. Okay, and down here in Spain, we've hit 40 development, so that means we can go ahead and exercise the decision to found another university. We'll lay the foundation for that bad boy, and we'll begin working on improving the development up here in Oxford. Okay, so we've died. We're playing as our son. No big deal. Okay, and we just had a kid, our son. Oh, my days. I'm so happy. Now, let me just explain why I'm so happy. I've had 12 children in total. 12. My first daughter, inbred. My second daughter, inbred. And every child, till the end, has been inbred. Every single one. I've married and remarried like 8 times, and every single one has been inbred. I've been picking people out from different continents, and the kids are coming out inbred. I don't think I've ever been this happy before. Oh, all right. So I'm going to educate him myself to make sure he gets a good education, and we'll send him to university. It'll cost us a pretty penny, but that's totally cool. In the meantime, we're almost done over here. We've got 39 development in Oxford, and I've also taken Napoli down here, which is another university county. Okay, so we've died. The final John ascends to the throne. Look at this kid. He's gonna bring it all home. So now all we have to do is grow up, get a great education, become increasingly famous, lay down 2 universities, and we might be able to crack 100
Knowledge.
All right, so we're all grown up, and we got Mastermind Philosopher giving us a +8. All right, so I have the decision to found the university at both Oxfordshire and Napoli. So let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. So now I can just build these buildings and get them going. Oh my god, I just realized the holy order for the Redditor's religion is the Order of the Holy Virgin. Oh boy. No. All right, and we're just gonna fill out whole of body here, which will give us all 3 trees. Perfect. So there we have it. We've hit 100 learning, and that's pretty amazing if you ask me. We've got plus 10 from that holy site, plus 39 from our domain. It's actually kind of sick. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for waiting for part 2. I really appreciate your patience when I was off gallivanting in Europe. I want to give a huge thanks to my lovely Patreons, and if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
The Ottawa Welshman is CK3, man, I'm the king of this land. If you want renown, well, I got it. The way I run my house, you know you want it. Got 1,000 sons, all named John. They probably don't know that their cousin is the mom. Tutorials played through, speed runs the win. No challenge too great for the Ottawa Welshman.